I got my associate's degree, and then I ended up getting my BA in health promotions. Man, the kinesiology aspect of it was difficult, bro. It was so difficult.
I've heard.
One, bro, I was in a kinesiology class like this. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I might not I might not pass this.
This
This
might
is
not be for me.
yeah, this might not be for me.
That is so funny. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Life Unedited, where we have real conversations with real people. I just want to jump straight into this one. Today, I'm talking to Dave. I know Dave from basketball, but to be honest, I don't really know who Dave actually is. And so I actually want to use this as an opportunity to get to know you a little bit better.
Okay.
Because you've been always such a chill, cool dude and very respectful, and I appreciate that. It's hard to find people like that, in today's world. And so, the first thing I want to ask is who is Dave beyond your job title? Like who really is Dave?
Who am I besides my job title, man? I guess I could say I'm a father, I'm a brother, I am a son. And then also, man, I'm a big goofy dude, man. I'm a I'm
That's
a
facts.
I'm a big man child, bro. I really enjoy
I
I
love that.
really I really enjoy life and making people laugh, man. I think a laugh a day keeps the doctor away. I run around telling people that. Um,
100%.
just trying to live life at a high frequency, man, and enjoy while you can because you only get to do it once. So, that's I think
Right.
that's who I think I would say I'm a part-time comedian. I think I wasted my talents and didn't use it going down the right avenue, but for the most part, I love who I am and the things that I do, and you know, that's who
That's
I
great.
think on a surface level, I think that's who I am as a person.
That's great. That's great. And what is your job title? What do you do?
I actually do real estate. I'm a realtor. I've been working in real estate for the last 5 years now. Um, I've had my license for the last 5 years. Let me backtrack. I would say the last 3 years is when I've actually been tentative in the business. The first 2 years was a lot of learning, just kind of understanding what the job is, how to do it, understanding, the marketing behind it and networking and just different avenues. So the first 2 years, I would say it was really about learning. And then year three, I felt a little more comfortable and confident to kind of
Hmm.
be in it and try to be actively attentive to getting revenue from
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that makes sense. How did you say you've been doing it for about 5 years or so?
it.
How did you start, or why did you start?
I'm gonna tell everybody the same story. They're gonna be like, "Oh, here we go." Um, there's a guy that I know. His name's Terrell Keys. Really good friend of mine. He pretty much watched me grow up from a young man to a grown man. We used to play basketball. That's kind of the story. Right? But we play basketball at the gym. And I seen he was doing real estate, and I had just graduated from college. I
Okay.
came home. I started working a little bit, and I just was over the job. I was over the job that I was doing. I had reached the ceiling, and I couldn't progress anymore. And I just casually asked him. I was like, "Hey, man, like." What made you get into real estate? And sure
Yeah,
enough,
yeah.
his answer was the same answer that I kept having for myself. And then he goes, "You should think about doing real estate." And I laughed and I was like, "Man, I can't do no real estate. I can't sell no houses."
Right.
And he looked me dead face in my face and goes, "Bro, the houses sell themselves. You really just need to know how to negotiate, for your clients." And I said,
Mm.
"Okay, I'll take a look. I'll take a look." And then I looked at it. I kind of did a deep dive, a little research, and I said, "You know what? I think I could do this." He also tells me, "You have a great personality." He said, "You have a
You
personality
do.
that definitely fits the job. So, why not?" So I was like, "All right, man, let me take a
100%.
look." So then I did the research. I said, "I could do this, and went to get my test, did all the studying, went to state, got it. And I was like, "All right, I'm in here. Let's do it." That's how I got into it, man.
That's awesome. That's awesome. You said you graduated college before getting into this. What were you planning on doing?
To be honest with you, bro, so I really just want to play basketball. School was
Okay.
school was just school was just an additive to it. School has
Yeah,
never really
yeah.
been hard. It's pretty much just showing up and doing the work for the most part.
Right.
So
Right.
schooling came easy for me. I didn't mind learning. Learning new things always excited me. So that was pretty dope. I didn't have a problem with going to school, but I knew I had a problem with getting a degree. And the reason why is most people that I knew that graduated didn't
Hmm.
even work in the fields that they got their degrees in. And I kind of was like, I know I have to go to school to be able to participate in playing basketball. So I just
Right.
did both for a while. And I didn't take a really deep dive in what I wanted to do outside of life full of basketball because man, I really enjoyed it, dog. I really love playing basketball, and if I could got paid for playing basketball, that's what I was gonna do. I got my associate's degree, and then I ended up getting my BA in health promotion. So health promotion was basically kind of like, for the most part, um, sports exercise,
Okay.
kind of like personal training, and stuff
Okay.
like that. I just never took the time to go get my CSCM, due to man, the kinesiology aspect of it was difficult, bro. It was so difficult.
I've
You're
heard.
learning, yeah, you're learning the movements of the muscles of the body and how they connect to this and that. Man, I was in the
It's
kinesiology
so
class.
intricate, huh?
Yeah, it was very intricate, bro. I was in a kinesiology class like this. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I might not I might not pass this.
This
This
might
is
not be for me.
yeah, this might not be for me, but I had already passed majority of the classes. So like at this point,
Uh,
I'm on the verge of getting the
you're
degree.
already in too deep. Like
You're in
you
too
already
deep,
right
bro.
there.
Yeah, so you're like, hey, you got to see it through, my boy. It's too much to remember,
That is so funny, man.
bro.
So that's hilarious. So okay, with that in mind, then I didn't know you. I didn't know you were a hooper like that. I thought hooping was just something you enjoyed doing on the side. I didn't know it was
I do,
like no,
I do
you're
now.
like trust me, nah, like you're a good hooper. I'm not trying to say you aren't, but I didn't know it was like kind of an all in be all like you put all your eggs in a basket type of situation. So I'm assuming you hooped in college.
Yep, yep.
Was the goal to then play overseas afterwards? Was it to get in the G League? Like what were your aspirations at that point in time?
For me, man, anything that I kind of I'm very go with the flow. You know, a lot of people are structured and they have systems, and that really wasn't my personality. I came to realize that about myself kind of early, and then I
Hmm.
was like, especially like when even going to school, like I wanted to go to specific schools, and then I realized like I wasn't getting offers from them, and then I kind of just was like, you know what? Whoever decides to take an opportunity on me, I'm going to take an opportunity on them, and I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go and I'm
Right.
experience it and kind of just see
Hmm.
how it goes. So if overseas would have happened, that's what I would have went. If the G League would have happened, I'd have went to do that. It didn't matter to me as long as I was playing basketball. You know,
Did
that's pretty much the key.
hmm.
Like I wanted to do.
Would you say you just didn't give it enough time between graduating college and having the chance to go play overseas till then when you had started real estate?
Nah, for me, I think life happened, bro. Life happened kind of after college, and just the reality of certain things kind of kicked in for me. It was just like, you know what? I'm getting a little older, and I'm starting to see things a little differently. And then, man, some tragedies happened in life, bro, and
Mm,
it kind of tarnished my relationship with basketball just a tad bit because I felt as I'm chasing this basketball thing, and I missed out on a lot of stuff like hanging out with family and
yeah,
doing
that's
things with
hard.
friends. And
Yeah.
then I think when life, the tragedy that happened in my life, it kind of just was like, yeah, it set me back. Like, man, if I wasn't in my mind, you go down this negative aspect, man, if I
Of
wasn't
course. Yeah.
playing basketball, I'd have been able to just, have more memories. I'd have been spending more time. I'd have been doing this. I'd have been doing that.
Guilt.
And it took a toll, bro. It took a toll for a good bit of time. And then I
Mm-hmm.
knew that I love basketball, where, it's something that it's always gonna be a part of me. It's kind of just, it's created a lot of relationships, opened a lot of doors. I met a lot of people,
A
it's
hundred
taken me
percent.
places. So for me to just hate it forever, that wouldn't be me. But it definitely had a back burner experience for a while, and then, I was like, let's need to get acclimated into life. I think nobody talks about um, that transition from being a sport athlete or
An
college
athlete.
athlete, yeah, to going to
Hmm.
get acclimated with being into real life. I think a lot of the things that you learn from being a athlete transition into life where you can be very successful. I think any athlete can be very successful after they're done with their tenure or whatever they're doing and getting acclimated into life. I think it's just the transition of how to do that emotionally nobody talks to you about.
Mm,
Understanding like, hey man, you've done everything you were supposed to do. You took it to new heights and you may not have reached all your goals, but you went a lot further than you anticipated, and that's okay, bro. And that is fine.
right.
Some things aren't meant for you, and that's okay. I think having to deal
Hmm.
with that and be okay with something that you put time and effort, sweat, blood, and tears in, and then it don't work
Yep.
out. It's kind of like, oh man, like am I a failure?
Hmm.
Did I fail myself? Did I fall short? You're questioning yourself about a lot of different things. Like, man,
Right.
am I making the right decision? Am I transitioning too fast? Should I still have
Hmm.
this key thing of, oh, I'm trying to play basketball, or do I kind of just let it go and let it be? I think those are things that I had to embrace, and it took a little time, but
Some
then
real
once I did,
conversations with yourself.
yeah, yeah, real reflecting, man. And I think once I
Hmm.
understood that and really took the time to embrace it, I think it was like, okay, I feel a little better, but it took time.
How old were you when you realized that? When you had that sit down with yourself and reflected?
I would say I'll give it to maybe 23, 23,
Okay.
23,
So you're
23,
still
24.
relatively young.
Yeah, yeah, it wasn't too. I didn't hang on to the dream forever, bro. I'm not one of them people. It's hey,
Well,
hey, this is working. This is working. This ain't working. Okay, we need to
this ain't
change.
working. Let's
Yeah,
stop. Yeah,
hey,
yeah, yeah,
hey, it's time to go ahead and make a pivot, bro. We got to shift, and it's okay. Like I think it just took time. Even after the shift, it was still you have them lingering feelings of,
yeah.
damn,
Of
like man,
course.
now I'm doing this. Like it's not really what I want to do. Should I go back to doing? Nah, that's not
Yeah,
the
the
move.
what ifs, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. The
yeah.
what if? That's not the move. Let me do
Definitely.
something different, bro.
That's hard. That's hard to just stop being an athlete and then jump straight into just the workforce and and trying to figure out what it is you want to do and how to do it. And that's where I think a mentor would come into place. But a lot of times athletes have mentors for, like being an athlete, but not for like outside day to day life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, I definitely understand. I agree. I think there is a happy medium. Because
Mm.
I'll say this:
Hmm.
I'm still around people that play and they're doing their thing. And bro, it's always exciting to see. I love the high competition that you're around. And then also seeing the people that are excelling, bro. Like, they're still having their hoop dreams, and then they're
Right.
actually succeeding. Right?
Right.
It's a
And it's
great
great.
thing.
Great to see.
Yeah, it's a great
Hmm.
thing. You're like, wow, bro, like, I'm really hooping with this guy, man. I mean, hey,
Right.
G
Right.
League, hey, G League overseas stars, like, bro, this shit is dope. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Right.
to be around it and see people that excel and keep on, what I mean, pushing the needle on the line, it's like, bro,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
an amazing thing to see. But like you said, some people need to be like, hey, man, it's time to go ahead and hang it up, and that's okay. But
It
I think
is. It
it's
is.
a pride thing. That's a pride thing. Hey, and pride, it's a pride and ego, and most would say like that's a if you're going spiritually about it, that's the flesh talking to you. That ain't you speaking spiritually. Like, oh, hey, what's my path? What God trying to lead me? Where is He trying to
Right.
direct me? And I think
Ooh.
once you come into those things and be more self-aware about certain stuff, you're like, okay, all right, hey,
Uh,
this was a chapter in my life. All right, now we're in a different phase. Okay, now I'm getting accustomed to these new things.
every time something that, like, whether it's a big decision or it's like a new chapter in my life, whatever it may be, every time that it happens just effortlessly or easily, and it just kind of flows, and you hear people outside of it saying like, "Oh, don't do that. That'll be very difficult," or like, a bunch of people struggle with that. But like you're in it, and it's just flowing, and it's just easy, and it's just working, and you're like, "Wait, hold on. Like, why is this happening this way?" I always say that that's God. Like God has His hand in what it is that you're doing. Like you are on the right path. Like whenever
Mm,
things just flow and they just happen, that's because you're on the right path. You're on the path you're supposed to be that God laid out for you. If it's
mm.
very difficult and you're over here like having to get through it and struggle and you're just breaking down, like I don't think that it's not for you, but it's maybe not what God set out for you.
For me, I'm gonna be very transparent. I'm not religious. I definitely am more. I'm right now currently, especially in this current chapter in my life. I'm getting more spiritually aligned than I've been in a very long time. I'm grateful to still be here because at one point in time I wasn't, bro. Where life
Mm.
was life, and man, I just came to a capacity where it's like I was leaning on my own understandings for as long as possible, and shit was not working. And I was like, okay, it's time to readjust, bro. Like you need to recalibrate.
Yeah, yeah.
I know that there's a higher being and he has a factor in your life and you don't know what you're doing. So taking the time to get a little more acclimated, getting more spiritual, getting more into the book, has been key for me in this chapter of my life right now. Really
Love that.
good. I have a book called 365 Days of Life, and that's the premise. It started there, and every day basically by the dates. So today is the third, or today's the fourth now. Today's the fourth. It'll be August 4th. I'll open the book. It has my scripture, and then it breaks down what that scripture
Oh, okay.
means, and then it asks you
That's
a
cool.
question. Yeah, it asks you a question about what that the scripture was about. And that started for me late last year. And I was like, okay, I got to figure some things out for myself. But I can't lean on my own understanding anymore. Now I need some help. I need some guidance. I need to
Mm,
I need
mm,
something to push me in the right direction of where I'm supposed to be going or how I'm supposed to be doing this. And it's been very key for me, especially right now. Bro, I definitely agree with you where if you're struggling with something, it might not be for you because I now say as I'm getting more versed, I'm getting
mm-hmm.
betterly aligned, like seeing stuff that is for you, especially in God's plan, it kind of comes a little easier. Yeah, I feel like it comes a little more natural
Yeah. Right.
in the most part, like you are in alignment with where you're being. Not saying that you won't see any difficulties or seeing any obstacles of course the way because I think
Mm-hmm.
having obstacles and adversity really build you and shape you into the
Oh, yeah,
character and the
definitely.
person you're supposed to be. And
Right.
that's kind of what I'm learning right now. It's just like, what are you doing with the adversity that you are now facing? How is it going to shape you? Are you going to fold or are you going to be better? Are you going to adjust? Are you going to adapt? And then how are you adapting to those obstacles? Taking the time to really reflect day by day, like stuff that I had to learn. Like I wasn't reflecting day by day. I was, hey man, I'm going and I'm whatever happened happened, but really sitting down
Right.
like, how'd your day go? Okay, what are the things that you need to improve? What are the things that you were grateful for? What are the things that were in alignment that worked out? Okay, cool. What things that you need to change and how can you change them? All that's God, bro. All that's God for
That's
me.
facts.
And it took me some time, bro. Just like I said, I had some very key aspects that I guess you could say catalyst events where that just had me like, hey man, I'm ready to turn in my subscription, bro. Like this is a lot.
Mm.
This is a lot to
Yeah,
manage.
yeah.
This is a lot to handle. I'm beyond overwhelmed. I'm spiritually disconnected, and
Mm.
I'm mentally just I'm out of this. I'm not. I don't no longer want to participate in whatever this is because it's not making sense. It's not adding up for me. And
Mm.
I'm looking at it from, I guess you could say, my human perspective, my human eyes, instead of looking at it from a godly perspective of what you supposed to be learning here? What are you supposed to get from this? I
Mm.
think
Mm.
it was really
Everything's a
hard.
lesson.
Yes, a lesson. I think some lessons were harder to understand and grasp because they were so big. Like I don't,
Right.
there's no way that whatever you're trying to teach me, I'm not seeing that lesson as a lesson. This feels like a punishment. This
Just
feels,
like
it,
that's a great way of putting that.
yeah,
Man.
this
Ooh.
feels like a punishment. Like what did I do?
Jeez.
Where did I go wrong? And where could I have
Mm-hmm.
fixed it? Because whatever this is, I am not a fan. I am not a fan, bro. And that was a thing. It was a big thing, bro.
Yeah. I think a big part of emotionally maturing is also taking you out of the equation,
Mm,
right? Stop putting yourself stop having this hardship, this difficult time in your life and like just man, how do I say this? Like just being like, why me? Why me? Why me? Like what did I do wrong? Where did I go wrong? Why I? look at it from a different lens. Look at it from a different perspective of like, what is, like you said, what is God trying to teach me? What am I here to learn from what I just experienced? How can I turn this around to better my life or those around me, their lives? Um, and I guess kind of going back to what we were just talking about, you said that like you stopped leaning on your own understanding and you
Mhm.
realized that you needed a higher power of some sort to like just help guide you and kind of keep you on the path that you feel like you're supposed to be on. What is an experience that you've had recently, if you've had one, that has been true? That like you let go of your ego, your pride, and you let, in this sense, God guides you and help you with your understanding and kind of accomplish some, I don't know, goal or task or whatever it may be.
Man, okay, so I think this is year seven. Man, my best friend and brother, he committed suicide, bro, and it was
Mm. I'm sorry
such a
about
rough.
that, by the way, too.
Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. I think
Yeah, man.
it was a real rough journey. I'm in year seven now, and now I'm becoming a little more comfortable talking about it. Being a little more lenient, but it took some time, bro. I had to go through my own path of acceptance and just kind of just, hey, this is the reality of the situation here. Um, you can't go back. There's nothing you can do. You're not going to get any answers for why it happened, um, or how you could have tried to figure it out to see if you could prevented it from happening. Um, and it took a while, bro. It took a while to kind of just not even be, I can't even tell you I'm okay with it. I think learn to live with it, learn to
Just
continue
coping with
to,
it, right?
yeah, learn to cope with it and in a healthier manner than the ways I used to. Man, not even trying to go too in depth, but the ways I used to was just like, bro, I was on a path of self-destruction. And then
Yeah,
it was just
yeah.
like, hey, yo, like we keep heading down this path, bro. We're not going, nothing's going to come from it. And just kind of accepting God into that transition was rough because I
Mm,
felt it was rough for me because I felt it was like, why is this, like you said, why is this happening to me? Like, what did I
right.
do? And that was a lot in the beginning. And then
Oh,
it
I
was
bet.
like, now I'm trying to understand, like, how did we get here? And then it was, why did you let us get here? How about that? You know,
Mm,
hey,
mm.
why did you let us get here? And the fact
I
that
feel that.
just for the person,
Hmm.
just the frequency, the energy, the love and care that this person gave to the world, and then for the most part, now it's gone. Wow, mine is gone. So it took me a long time, man. It took me, like I said, 7 years. I'm year seven now to really kind of cope with it in a better, healthier way, and then
Yeah, yeah.
just accepting that, hey man, we got a plan. We're gonna walk you through the path you need to. You whatever you're supposed to be learning from this is gonna build you. I can't say that I want to change it. I would love for him to be here with us presently, but I think I wouldn't be the person I am today without
Hmm.
the tragedy, if that makes sense. It's sad to
Yeah,
say, but
no,
that is the
makes
truth.
perfect sense. I appreciate you being open and transparent and vulnerable. Like that's especially, and I don't mean to take it this way, but especially as a black man, bro. Like truly, 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 I really appreciate that. You don't see that in in our communities. Like I can almost tear up from it. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah,
Like it's
yeah,
it's it's real. It's stuff that like nobody talks about. Nobody. Yeah, man. Like it's just everybody wants to talk about life's hardships, but not talk about like how it affects you. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
You know what's funny? I think it's God puts people in your life for a specific reason sometimes. And you know who told me that you did work on being more vulnerable? Scott.
Oh, really?
Scott told me. Yeah, bro. Scott goes, hey, we're having a conversation. He goes, yeah, man. And he said, being vulnerable is just like, it's part of life, bro. He said, it also makes you more personable. He said, it makes you more
Yep.
relatable. And it makes it easier for people to connect with you. And then I think when he said it originally, I wasn't ready to receive. I wasn't ready to receive
Mm,
the message
right,
yet. And
right.
then as life is going on for me, and I'm doing this reflecting, and I'm doing this aspect where, and since I'm pretty much learning right now, I'm learning a lot,
Uh-huh.
and I'm making adjustments, I'm making changes that I need to, kind of move forward. It dawned on me and was like, wow, he has very valid point when he said it, and like I said, it didn't register when I got the message, but I'm glad he told me. I'm glad I received it, and then once I reflected upon it, I was like, wow, he's really right. He's really correct. Like it makes connecting with one another easier. Um,
Hmm.
but it's something you got to learn, bro. Like shit, if you're not taught that, if you're not,
No,
yeah,
no.
if you're not taught that, hey, from as a
Especially
kid,
as
it's like.
men.
Yeah, not only that, like as a man, but also from a perspective of a kid growing up, like
Right.
that's not your first thought of mine. Hey man, protect yourself, your family, and do this and do that, and then you're put into a certain parameter as a man. You're like, okay, you got to live by these parameters, and then you realize like, bro, you are so much more than just the small parameters that you're put in. Oh, okay, all right. Who would have thought? I would have never thought that. And then you're like, once you learn these things, it opens up your world a little bit. It opens it
It
up,
does.
and I think that's the phase I'm going through right now. I'm in my
I love it.
opening,
I love it.
awakening of, bro.
Hey,
You've been in this box and
round
you've
of
been doing
applause,
shit.
man.
Hey, you've been doing this shit like this for so long, and it's not working. It's not working. It's clearly not working because you failed in some areas in your life, bro. It's time to make some changes. So, yeah, man. Yeah, Scott taught me that. It's funny.
That's
It's hella
awesome.
funny.
That's funny. That is
Yeah.
hilarious. No, Scott's a great dude. I wouldn't be where I am
No,
today without
absolutely, bro.
Scott. Um, so
That real,
yeah,
real different. Real
I
different, man.
totally get it. Totally get it. So just to kind of close this out, we are running up on the time. I just wanted to kind of ask
Oh, yep.
one last question that kind of I guess goes with what we've been talking about, and that's just like what's a lesson life has, or what's a lesson that life keeps teaching you over and over?
I think having gratitude. I think having gratitude has been a game changer for me because I think we go through life, bro, and we are caught into our present moment and not taking the time to celebrate your small wins, your big wins, and just to see how far you've come. Because
Man,
you're coming, you may not be where you're at, where you want to be, but you're definitely not where you were. And I think you get caught up into the future of I want this, this is where I want to be. I wish I was here now, that you lose sight of what is in your current grasp right then and there, and
yep,
just learn to be grateful because, like I said, you can have it all today and you can lose it tomorrow, and you'll be like, wow, like, man, I would give anything to go back to that. And now you're like, now you're in a different place. You didn't have enough gratitude. You weren't grateful for what you had. So let me I got to teach you the lesson. I got to teach you the
right.
lesson so so you understand. Okay, I got it. I understand it a little better than I used to. So that's what I think life has taught me so far.
That's a great one. That's an absolutely great one. And one thing you touched up on there was like celebrating the small wins as well. Especially, I was just talking to Larry in the first episode that I had about this. We were just talking about this, and I think it's so important because, especially, I know I keep saying this, but like this is just, I guess, what's ingrained, and it's kind of so wrong with our culture, but especially for men. Um, if you don't reach this certain point that you feel like you should be at, you'd never feel satisfied. And I personally have also kind of fell into that trap of like just not feeling satisfied enough because I'm not where I want to be, whether that is financially or yeah, it's mainly financially actually when I
Pretty
really
much.
break it down
Pretty,
and think about it. Whether it's a house, just way of living, right, things like that. And so it's hard sometimes to be in it, in the middle of it, and sit back and reflect and be like, wow, I have had a bunch of small wins. And I did have a big win that got me to the point that I'm at right now, too. But
yeah.
like those small wins are also important because that's what builds momentum.
Yeah,
Um, and just sitting back and reflecting on those small wins is just super, super important. So yeah, I just want to touch up on that because I totally agree with you.
yeah,
Like,
man.
man,
They're good. Definitely key. You were like, all right, let me just take the time to be grateful for the small win. And I just start stacking them. You stack enough of them, you'll have a good week, have a good month, fuck around, turn around,
hey,
have a great year, bro.
right, right. And before you know it, yeah, now you are where you wanted to be. Like, and it is like that, right? Like, it is in a blink of an eye when you look at it from like an overview perspective. Um, And
Yeah.
so, yeah, cool. Sweet. Well, hey, Dave, I appreciate you for coming on. I really do. It was a great conversation we had. I feel like I didn't even get to ask you any of the questions that I actually wanted to ask you.
Oh shit.
So I would
My
love to.
bad, bro. Hey,
No, no, you good.
if you
This
want
is
to do another one, let me know.
Hey, I'd
Let
love
me
to do
know,
another
man.
one. You are completely good. I'd love to do another one. I mean, there was just so much that I learned from you as well. Like I said in the beginning, I wanted to get to know you, like just personally as well. Um, but yeah, there's so many questions I still want to ask and want to know. So I would love to have you back on, if you're willing. And
Yeah, absolutely, bro. It was a
cool,
great conversation. I enjoyed it, man. Just
cool.
let me know what your schedule look like, and then let's set it up.
For sure, for sure. I appreciate you. Well, I'm just gonna say, thanks for those who are watching. If you know someone whose story you want to hear, or have questions you'd love me to ask future guests, let me know in the comments down below. But other than that, I'll catch you guys on the next one.